Alright guys, American Trucker here with a little update on my trucking situation. I took a drug screening today, so I'm close to going to work for a local company. Now, not local driving, a local company. I'm not going to get into the name yet. I'm not going to get into the pay quite yet. I'm going to make sure things work out. There's no hiccups. Again, I get started. I'm thinking probably another week or so. Time I get all the loose ends tied up, get out there on the road. But we'll see. Right now, I'm securing a trailer. So I'm going to rent a trailer for a few months just to make sure everything works out the way I think it should work out, or hope that it works out, and then I'm going to buy one. I hate renting if I know I'm going to buy, but I just got to get a feel for how this is going to go before I make that commitment to buy something that that expensive. So I'm going to rent in the short term, and then go from there. But anyways, so the percentage, which again I'm not going to get into the exact percentage, because if somebody else comes and works for this guy later down the road, they may have to work out a different deal. I don't want to get into. I don't want to say my deal is the standard. I think it's individually based off experience. Based off whatever else any other company bases off of what they pay you. A smaller company, they may pay people different. I don't think there's just one set standard across the board, in my situation at least anyways. But he mostly does flatbed, the owner. So if you're interested in flatbed, he does a little bit of different things. He does some local stuff where people are home every day. He does some where people are out on Sunday, back on Friday. Of course, I would imagine you would want to live in the local area, especially if you're trying to do it at home every day. But even if you're doing Monday through or Sunday through Friday, then maybe you'd want to be in the East Tennessee area. And then also, I will be doing OTR, so I will be out. And my goal is to work, 7 days a week for how many ever weeks that I want to work. There's no set schedule for what I'll be doing, which is another reason why I wanted to kind of go this route. And Prime was good about that. Prime didn't really give me too much hassle about taking time off, but my fleet manager did. He got very antsy whenever it was time to come back. If I said I was taking 7 days off, and then 6 days come and I say, hey, I need a couple extra days. This is just one of the small things, one of the few things I didn't really like. But my last fleet manager that I just had, I felt like he kind of hounded me a little bit, right? And I understand, when you're a fleet manager, all the people at Prime at least, you get a percentage of what your drivers make. So the more time you take off, the less money he makes. Of course, the less money you make, but the less money your fleet manager makes. So I understand the business aspect of him trying to push you and say, hey, it's been 7 days, you're coming back, right? And let me get you scheduled for another load, and kind of push you back into getting back to work. I get that part of it. I just personally, I didn't care for that part too much. If I want to take an extra 2 days off, more than what I originally said, and I don't feel like I need to answer 20 questions as to why, or start going into a lecture about, how I'm, don't put money in my e-fund and I just go in the hole, and how that's going to, put me out of business and all that stuff. I'm a grown man. I like to handle my own situation, especially when it comes to finances, because, everybody's finances is different, and I just don't like feeling like someone's trying to guilt me into something or guilt me into something, and they don't understand that I'm good on my finances. I don't need someone my age lecturing me about how I manage my money personally, right? Some people may need that. Some people may want that. Some people might want that person pushing them, especially if they're younger, you know, and and reminding them every single time they take time off, like, hey, you take too much time off, you're going to start going in the hole, you know, on all these insurance payments that you're making, but you're not out there making money and all that stuff. I get all that. I understand all that. Trust me. I spent over 2 decades mentoring young soldiers about their finances. But at this point in time, at my age, if my fleet manager would have got to know me well, he would understand my situation is different, just like everybody's situation is different. I know it's getting dark on me, so I'm going to wrap this up, but anyways, more to come. I am looking to, in the process actually, of getting on with a company near me. I can tell you, it's probably going to be, people's going to be scratching their head, and I'll do a specific video on why I'm going dry van. So there you go. If you want to know, I'm going to go dry van. I'm not doing reefer, I'm not doing flatbed. I'm going to do dry van, and honestly, I'm probably going to do what most people is going to cringe at when I tell you right now what I'm about to, where I'm going to get my loads from. So I'm going to get them from the DAT load board or any other place that I can get them, but that's going to be my main source. Now, there's people right now probably laughing, saying, I can't believe in this market you're going to go out and try to make money running off the load board. Well, just like at Prime, when a lot of people said, don't go Prime, you're not going to make any money, don't go lease, it's a scam, all this stuff. I have researched this almost to death, and I feel like, and I believe, and I'm going to give you the numbers, good or bad, whether I fail or whether I make it, whatever the case may be, I believe I can go out there, run off the DAT load board based off everything that I'm seeing, and I look at the load board every day, multiple times a day, keep track of what's going on, and with the company I'm with the percentage they're going to pay me, including a few extra expenses that I'll have now that I didn't have at Prime, I still believe I can go out there and do well. I'm confident that I can go out there and make more money than I did at Prime, even after all the smoke settles and all the expenses come out. At the end of the day, your actual net, not your gross, but your net, what are you left with in your hand? I think I'll do a little bit better than Prime, but time will tell. I may go out there and I may be 6 months deep into it, and you'll know because I'll show you the numbers. I may be like, you know what? I tried it, it didn't work out, and then looking to get right back on with Prime or some other company. I don't know, but you'll see that. I'll let you know. Like I said, I won't pull any punches. I won't sugarcoat nothing. You know, you learn the most through your failures, and I made a living through most of my life. Just like whenever I went to Prime, they said not to. Just like whenever I leased right off the bat, right out of training, being a new CDL holder, and everybody said not to. I made a living running toward the fire when everybody else is running away from the fire. And I know right now people saying the freight market sucks, the spot freight sucks, you're going to go bankrupt, all this and that. But I'm looking at it every day, and I think it's okay where it's at if you position yourself well. And if you watch my channel, you know I have a truck paid for, and I'm going to go lease a trailer for a few months, but I'm going to buy one. I'm going to pay cash for it, so I won't have a trailer payment, won't have a truck payment, and I'll have minimal expenses. And I'm willing to do OTR, and I'm willing to run the Northeast, at least to start with, and work 7 days a week, not take time off while I'm out there. So we'll see how it happens. I know it's not as easy as it might. I might make it sound, but again, I'm going to show you the data, show you the numbers, and I'm going to show you that it doesn't really matter how much money you make. It matters what you do with it. It really does. It matters about your expenditures. It matters about your standard of living. You know, if you want to go out and eat steak every night, that's probably not going to happen in this freight market. If you want to dig deep, eat off your truck, don't eat out all the time, keep your expenses low, put your head down and work hard, and pay attention to what's going on in the freight market. I think think I'll be okay, but you guys will be the first to find out. So to my next video, I'll let you know a little bit more about what's going on. And it's about getting too dark even to talk anymore. So, all right, guys, American Trucker, I'm out.